Hey guys, welcome to Solo ReacTalk. Tonight I'm going to be reacting to Starcraft 2 Legacy of the Void. All cinematics, cutscenes and edited gameplay done by Xletalis. This is part 8 if you want to check out my previous reactions. And also to the prologue campaign, remember the playlist card will be at the top. Just click on it and you'll be able to access them. Yes, part 7 last week, Friday. Yeah, we finally succeeded in changing government. In terms of the Tal'Darim, you know, putting in our own man, Alarak. Now he has become the new High Lord of the Tal'Darim. We also went on a mission with Artanis and the rest of the Protoss aboard the Spear of Adun to attack a Mobius corpse facility that creates hybrids for Amon. And it was a trap. The Mobius corpse set a trap for the Spear of Adun, and they began to come aboard the ship, and you know they wanted to either destroy or capture the ship. So Artanis made a decision to send the only Protoss he knew that could finish off the job by destroying the facility, and that was Carax. Carax succeeded, and not only is he celebrated as a Faesmith, but now he's celebrated as a Templar. He was given that title by Artanis, and it has been accepted by all the other Protoss leadership in terms of Matriarch Vorazan and Rahana of the Preservers and Felix of the Purifiers, and finally Alarak of the Tal'Darim. Although he did give a certain expression that, you know, like he doesn't really care. But, you know, he gave his approval as well. So Carax has been now bestowed the title of Templar. Well done to him. Okay guys, let's continue on with part 8. 3, 2, 1, go.
The deeds of a Templar suit you, Carax.
For the entirety of my life, I have given myself to the art of creation. My war has been one of design, a battle against obstacles that hinder optimization. I am a Faesmith, and will always be my first calling. But, as times change, those who were not born true Templar can become so through their deeds.
Then ready yourself, Templar.
I think he should call himself Phase Templar. You know? Sort of like Phase, what was it before? Phase Shaper? Phase Smith, sorry. Phase Smith, instead of Phase Smith or Templar, just be Phase Templar. Yeah, there's a ring to it.
You will be needed.
You wound me, Artanis. You strive to maintain this flawed existence, but you will not stop me.
Amon, I have destroyed your Terran army, eradicated your hybrid facility, and turned your servants to my side. All that is left is your destruction.
Impudence back. You are insignificant in the face of the salvation I bring.
Did you hear him when he said, "You impudent speck"? The way Amon, you know, pressed down on that word, speck. You can now clearly see he's frustrated, he's angry, he's losing. He really is losing. Okay, wow.
You will come to Aiur and die.
He is gone. He is so arrogant. Just as he could look into me, so I have looked into him. His form is almost complete, and now he waits for us to return. He plans to bring the Great Fleet down upon us. There is a way around this. We have to eliminate the sacred psi matrix that powers Aiur, or we are all doomed.
If he intends to use the Golden Armada to stop us from destroying his body, then you are right. Destroying the psi matrix is essential. It seems this connection of yours has proved worthwhile.
Okay, what is the psi matrix? Is it like a power source that powers Aiur, or is it connected more to the color in terms of like, is it like a, I don't know, like an interconnected system that spreads the color throughout the galaxy? What is it exactly?
But it is time to free yourself from Amon. Sever yourself from the Kala.
I would relinquish
It's time.
all that I know.
It is the only way. Unshackle yourself from the past, Rohana, and step into this new age.
For the Daelaam.
Welcome, 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 Rohana.
It is time for retribution. We will set a course for Aiur.
The Golden Armada has devastated the sector.
Look at her, guys. She seems not, there's less baggage behind her, She looks lighter, she's able to walk around, she's free, yeah. It looks good on her. It really looks good on her.
Artanis, I know we cannot engage them directly, but this must not continue. May those Terrans find peace in death.
Rohana, before you freed yourself from the Kala's grip, did you see anything else?
Yes, I saw Amon's end. As the firstborn created the Kala, the Xel'Naga were disturbed from their slumber. They felt an absence within the void itself. They discovered Amon and his followers at Xeris, and a war among the gods erupted. Amon unleashed the swarm.
And the swarm consumed the Xel'Naga.
Only a fraction remained within Ulnar. In the final confrontation, Amon was felled, but he was not defeated. He returned to the void, twisting it with his hatred. His servant, Narud, machinated for eons, seeking a body to sustain his master.
The hybrid.
A stepping stone towards the host body he now forges upon Aiur. His plan is almost complete.
We are still here, Rohana, and he can be defeated again.
Such hubris. To think that they could control what they did not understand. Oh, it's always hubris with the Terrans. Get too close to a black hole, and it will crush you.
Alarak, please. Okay, your species were just like us, many centuries ago. So please, save it. Okay, our hubris, as you may call it, has kept us alive for many generations. We even spread ourselves in a different sector of the galaxy, in the Krupulia sector, because of our hubris. Okay, we've made it this far, and we will continue to be here with you guys for a very long time.
We once thought the same of the Tal'Darim, Alarak. We believed you mindless and obedient slaves.
And we thought you were weak, impure, and unworthy. And yet now we stand together.
Perhaps we acted too rashly with Mobius Core. There may have been a different way.
Oh, Templar, is there ever a moment when your people do not doubt themselves? No, Artanis. Extermination was the only course. The hybrid leave nothing to save.
Amon has...
Yeah, okay, in terms of the Mobius Corps, yeah, I don't think there was going to be any way to save them, really. I don't know. Maybe there would be, but like Alarak says, it's too late now. And with the hybrids, yeah, I don't think so. No ways.
Lost Mobius Core and the allegiance of the Tal'Darim.
Hierarch, the Purifiers are impressed with your leadership. They clamor to strike at the heart of Amon.
Friend,
you know, when I see Phoenix from, in front, the front version of Phoenix, right? I don't really see the legs behind him because I know he has 4 legs, and when I see him in front of him, like here, it just doesn't seem like he has the other 2 legs behind him. So it's kind of interesting. It's just a bit interesting for me. Like, every time when I see him, I'm just thinking, oh, he's walking upright with 2 legs like everybody else. But I know the truth. He has 4. So it's kind of weird. Yeah.
Phoenix, they are impressed equally with yours.
Yes, they have chosen to follow my command. Leadership is new for me, as is everything else.
I had not intended to become Hierarch. I questioned the decision. There had to be someone more worthy. Do not fall into the same mental traps I did, my friend. The Purifiers follow you for a reason, as the Daelaam now follow me. Self-doubt will only cloud your decision-making.
You speak truth, Hierarch. You speak as a leader.
So many lost. So much destruction. But there is a glimmer of hope. We will destroy Amon's host body and cast him from the Kala. The Templar shall make our final stand for Aiur. Brothers, sisters, the time has come for our attack.
Oh, well, this is truly a miracle.
Rohana has used her connection to the Kala to reveal Amon's plan. He forges a hybrid body to indwell, and exists within it and the Kala. But he remains vulnerable until this form is complete. He must call upon the Golden Armada for defense.
There is still a way to prevent them from warping to Aiur, by dismantling the warp network's power structures.
That would grant us the time we need to destroy Amon's hybrid form. Clever.
Once he only has the Templar to inhabit, we unleash the Keystone, removing Amon from the Kala.
It will not contain him for long.
No, but long enough for our people to sever their connection to the Kala and thrust him back into the void.
His optimism is dangerous. We could destroy them all from orbit, and not waste such time.
How dare you suggest the destruction of our people? I will not accept that, Alarak. What we face is a true horror, but we must endure it. Ready yourselves. The final confrontation is upon us, and we will meet it head on.
I hear what Alarak is saying. He's thinking about this in a very strategic, kind of way. Instead of sending forces down to the surface to deal with this situation on a personal contact level, and you're kind of risking it all. I mean, you guys could just die, from the overwhelming force on the planet. Rather take the far more safer approach and destroy these sites from orbit, which could also potentially destroy Aiur, probably. I mean, I've seen what Protoss weapons can do. It's complete overkill. So yeah, I also hear what Artanis is saying, that this is a burden that we must take personally. We must try to save our people. I also understand where he's coming from. But yeah, Olarek's idea is extreme. It's very extreme, but as a commanding officer of an army, it's kind of something that I think a commanding officer would actually do. Really, it would prevent his forces from being destroyed. you know, and he'll also have a strategic advantage over the enemy that might have overwhelming force on the planet. You know, just destroy them from orbit and it's finished, it's done. But yeah.
Your people are lost, Artanis. I know you desire to save them, but it will not be done. Our focus should be on Amon's destruction alone.
By destroying Amon's body, then liberating my people from the Kala, he will be thrust back into the void. It is a victory we can achieve.
It is a folly and a risk we do not need to incur. We should eradicate the Protoss, burn the entire world and all on it.
No, Alarak. If we may save my people, it will be done. Do not defy me on this.
Of course, I only counsel wisdom. If you do not wish to hear it, I will say no more.
I have such...
Your wisdom is always welcome, Alarak. Yeah, it's always welcome, just, you know, control it a bit.
Tangible memories of Aiur. I can still feel the warm breezes of Aldera, its hot sunlight filling my every pore. The Praetor Council took me to Aldera as a youngling too. It is there where I ignited my first Psyblade.
Phoenix as well. It was the proudest moment of his life. He felt such purpose, such surety of his existence. I look forward to seeing this place he so loved for the first time.
Those memories you hold, they are of another place. That world is no more.
Then we shall build a better one on top of it.
The Keystone is reacting to...
I like that. I like that. I like that a lot, Phoenix. Yes, build a whole new world on top of the old one. And not erase history, but, you know, remember history, but also make a brand new, fresh start. Yeah, I like it.
void energies on the surface of Aiur. But this scale... it can only be...
Amon. How long until the Keystone is ready?
I do not know. It has only been used like this once before. The Keystone shows clear evidence of tampering, likely by this Narud creature mentioned in the Terran engineer Swan's report. It was adapted to drain the void energies within Kerrigan and store them until they could be redistributed to revive Amon. The foundation is there, but it was never intended to house the full energies of a Xalnaga.
You will find a way, Karax. If there is one thing I have learned, you will not rest until you have found your result. I have faith in that.
Thank you, Hierarch. But this will prove difficult. The Keystone was intended to be a vessel, not a prison.
Aiur. Some of my people are seeing it for the first time. They were born on Shakuras and have only heard tales of our homeland.
They will see much more of it, now that the power of the Keystone is within our grasp. Zeratul spoke truly. It has ushered us unto hope.
Yes, though not as we initially suspected.
Still, his tireless devotion brought us this chance. I will forever honor him for that.
As shall I.
The psionic matrix was...
That's good to hear, Matriarch. It's really good to hear that you will honor Zeratul. Yeah, I know, you know, you probably still hold a grudge against him after what happened to your mother because of him. But yeah, it's also good to hear that, you know, you actually see the sacrifice that Zeratul had to make and had to do to make sure that, you know, this kind of, should I say, meeting of all of these Protoss would finally come to fruition. After all of his hard work, you know, it has come to this. So yeah.
first sparked 3,000 years ago. It is...
Wait, is that Cybros right there? Okay. I see the station. I think that is the station, the Cybros. Okay.
strange. Such a joyous event, and I only know of it from what has been recorded in history. I do not feel the memory. I cannot tell you of the joy that Protoss felt as the first pulse charged the Psi Matrix, or the rush of thoughts that cascaded through the Kala and the minds of the proud Kalai.
And yet, We know all that we need to about these times, Rohana.
Yes. You must understand, though, to have so little of experience to recall it, my account is capable of flaws, of imperfection.
Perhaps this is how our histories should be viewed after all, without certainty, only seen through the era one lives in.
The Psi Matrix's power...
Yeah, it's gonna take some time for Rohana to get over, you know, the loss of the color, but she'll get there, And the Psi Matrix, I'm still trying to figure it out. If it's not connected or related to the color, then how exactly is it the power source of the planet? You know, does it allow ships to warp in and out of the system or out of the planet? Is that what they're meant for, or is it something else? I'm not entirely sure. Or maybe it amplifies psionic energy or something like that. Yeah, I'm not sure, guys.
Power structures are accessible from 3 locations across Aiur. We must divide our forces to destroy them. I shall coordinate you and your executor's efforts from aboard the Spear of Adun. We can begin as soon as you are ready, Aiur. The psionic matrix is the beating heart of Aiur, formed from a lattice of Kadaran crystals embedded within the planet's crust. Its power structures can only be accessed from 3 points. If we destroy them, it should disable the warp network.
Okay, so they create the warp network. Is that what they do? Okay.
I will send 3 forces. We shall destroy the Matrix before Amon can recall the Golden Armada to Aiur.
Vorazun, Alarak, you must enter the Citadel of the Executor to reach the first power structure. But the city has been infested.
No matter. We shall purge Antioch of the Zerg.
Even if I must do it myself. So these are the Zerg who defeated you? Pitiful. They too shall fall before my power. So shall it be.
Alarak, please do not take these creatures lightly. They will show you flames, I assure you. Okay? You can be the High Lord of the Tal'Darim. It doesn't matter to them. It just doesn't.
As I... Tell me, how did you lose Aiur to these animals? Did they leap up and chew apart your starships?
The Zerg were once the greatest threat my people faced. Only a fool would underestimate them.
Well then, I will bow to your experience as the fool. I hesitate to think what...
Okay, Alarak. Oh. But haven't the Tal'Darim faced against the Zerg before? I mean, the Zerg are almost everywhere, right? They're everywhere in the galaxy. So I'm sure they've met each other in battle. You know, as the Tal'Darim and as Zerg. So, or maybe just him personally. Maybe he hasn't come up against the Zerg. Maybe.
You would do without me.
You are about to find out. This gate is sealed from the other side, and I shall move through the shadows to open it. Our future. The enemy will never see me. We stand with our allies. Overseers. They can detect my presence. Better to avoid them. And Arudin Shakuris. It is my honor. There is much to be done. We stand with our allies. And Arudin Shakuris. We stand with our allies. Niraz Gulio.
Are you done yet? Or do I need to keep slaughtering the Zerg here?
There.
I thought you said it was easy, Alarak. Why are you complaining now? Huh? Why are you complaining?
The gate has has been opened.
Finally. Now let us continue. Well, I agree with this.
You require counsel. And Arodin Shakuris.
Night blades have met the enemy. Do not waste my time.
Our path is barred. It seems I must infiltrate the enemy's forces and unseal the way forward. Require counsel. Niraz Gulia.
Those mutalisks are swarming en masse. I would do my best to remain undetected if I were you.
Is the Daelaam. And Arodin Shakuris. It is my honor. Our future is the Daelaam. We stand with our allies. There is much to be done. It is my honor. And Arodin Shakuris. Our future is the Daelaam.
You know, I have to say that Matriarch Vorozan's staff, staff blade, phase blade is quite cool. I actually kind of like it. I remember when she was fighting against Alarak about the Spear of Adun and how she used it against him. It was quite amazing to see.
We stand with our allies. We have nearly reached the power structure. Press forward, High Lord.
Orders from you? Oh, well, I agree with this choice. So goes the chain of ascension. State your request.
We must form a plan.
Okay, that's actually kind of cool. What Ulrich can do with, I don't know what that was, like a psionic wave that just, you know, pushes the enemy Zerg further away from him. Yeah, that was actually kind of cool.
We stand with...
How shall you serve me? As I will it.
What is your will?
Speak.
There is little time. There is...
How? Do not waste my time. You address the High Lord. Oh, well, I agree with this.
The inner chamber is completely sealed. My stealth will not avail us here.
Then let us try a more direct approach. Guard me while I prepare. The Zerg will surely sense my growing power. Do not waste my time.
There is little time. Our future is the Daelaam. And Arodin Shakuris. Our future is the Daelaam.
Almost. Just a moment longer.
It is my honor. Unbelievable. You didn't just blast open the door.
Both the Zerg and the power structure will trouble us no more. Contact the others and tell them of the victory I have brought you.
Rohana, Alarak and I have destroyed the power structure. Alert the next team that they may...
Alarak, oh my gosh, the victory I have brought you.
begin.
Carax, Phoenix, the loss of the first power structure has not gone unnoticed. Hybrid have convened to defend the area.
I mean, guys, look at Rohana. I mean, she's better. She looks better now. Truly. You can just see her face, and that's it. you know, instead of all that stuff behind her. Yeah, she looks nice.
Good. They shall suffer the full extent of my wrath.
All in good time, friend Phoenix. The Hybrid are a powerful foe, and if we're going to face them, we will need support. I've spent quite some time studying void energy. I should be able to reclaim robotic units and structures from Amon.
Then let us assemble our army, so the Hybrid may fall before it.
That's quite impressive, Carax, that you can do that. You know, create things from the warp, just merely you being there, you know. You don't need all these other extra parts to make the facilities, like robotic facilities or anything else, to fight against your enemy. That's quite impressive.
An immortal? I cannot free the pilot from Amon's grasp, but I should be able to take control of it. I will find the solution.
Okay, so you can control mechanized units. Okay, and you can also create, like I said before, like the facilities and probably also like proton cannons, maybe, you know. But does he need resources for that? I'm not sure, but yeah, I think maybe he might need some resources. Maybe, I don't know.
Guides us. I am not detecting any robotic units ahead. I suppose now would be a good time to phase in some photon cannons. It will be, yes, Hierarch. We are all
and he didn't need any resources to do that. He's just phasing them in. Wow, okay.
Speak, and you will be heard. The power structure lies ahead, but the temple grounds are vast.
Centuries, immortals, colossi, reavers. We should reclaim as many as possible before proceeding. Naku afal Aiur. Amon shall
Carax is dangerous, guys. He is dangerous.
not prevail. Aiur will be restored. We are all Templar. I can reclaim the gateway and robotics facility in this area.
We could then supplement our forces with the units of our choosing. A clever plan.
Yes, Hierarch. Amon shall not prevail. Naku afal Aiur.
I'm curious, Phase Smith. Could you take control of me?
If your systems were compromised by Amon, yes, I believe I could purify them. Aiur will be
Yeah, I don't know if that's what Phoenix wanted to know. I think he just wanted to know, can you control me? But yeah, just like Carax said that, you know, if Amon, you know, corrupts you, then yes, I can take control of your body. But yeah, okay. So that means if he's not controlled by Amon, then he can't assume control over Phoenix's body, I think.
Restored. We are united. Purpose guides us. Shanala Arai Daelaam. I'm detecting a robotic support bay nearby. If we can claim it, we can construct colossi. Are united. Shanala Arai Daelaam. A Phase Smith is always prepared. Yes, Hierarch.
Surely the Hybrid will be no match for us now.
I believe you are right, friend Phoenix. Let us make for the power structure. My sensors are showing a lot of Reavers up ahead. Reclaiming them would be risky, but their firepower would be a huge asset. The Psi Matrix will fall. We are united. Purpose guides us. My expertise is yours. The way is open.
Your crusade has failed. Your brethren and the Master are one flesh.
I'm just wondering how many Protoss. And how many are still left here, still under the control of Amon? Oof.
Hear you. With the hybrid eliminated, we can safely destroy the power structure. There. The Matrix was never meant to be dismantled like this. It has released a massive overflow of psionic energy from the surface of Aiur. Hierarch, I fear you are in great peril. Psionic energy is gathering in the cavern behind you. If it reaches your position...
Do not fear, Carax. My warriors and I will keep ahead of the energy storm. Victory is still within our grasp.
Artanis, I am sending my Dark Templar to clear the path ahead. They shall aid your advance.
As will the Purifiers, deploying warp prisons.
The Tal'Darim shall win this battle for you. My warriors are joining your forces now.
I serve my people. Be swift, my brothers. The psionic energy has already flooded the cavern entrance. Continue fighting, warriors. I will channel the astral winds to heal your wounds.
We stand unified.
We shall. Our destiny awaits.
Spinning tornadoes of pure destruction. Oh, the Purifiers. Wow.
The Purifiers are fighting near your position, Artanis. We have nearly destroyed a major hive cluster.
There can be no doubt.
We serve at your command.
The glory of battle. Press on. The energies are closing in behind us. The future is ours. There can be
You cannot stop them, Zerg.
no doubt.
My Dark Templar are just ahead of your position, Hierarch. They have nearly taken down the final hive cluster.
Serve my people. There can be no doubt. To me, Nerazim.
Several Nidus worms are defending the final power structure. My Dark Templar will aid you in destroying them.
A bold slay the Zerg. We are nearly there. There can... Our path is...
There hasn't been this much battle in Legacy of the Void until now. Really, this battle mission is just... It's just back to back, more and more fighting.
the final power structure. When it falls, the Psi Matrix will be no more.
You have done it, Artanis. We have stayed the Golden Armada's advance, for now. Initiating dimensional recall.
I cannot begin to understand the depth of your sorrow, Artanis. Such noble Templar, now made a monstrosity. Those left, trapped in a body controlled by Amon.
It is the most horrific of fates. But what pains me is the uncertainty of facing them. They are my brothers. Sisters. When we strike these abominations, will our brethren bear witness within? Will they be silent watchers? Or are they already lost to oblivion?
I can offer you little comfort or surety, my friend. But know what you do is the only course.
That was a close fight. But then, our forces shine brightest in the darkness.
The Keystone will be ready, Hierarch. Just not yet. If nothing else, I believe in our crew, Hierarch. I believe in your leadership.
Our people have never faced such risks before. You will overcome them, Artanis. I know this.
I need no rest. Give me enemies to slaughter.
The way I have chosen is not easy, but it is right.
Now that the Psi Matrix has fallen, Amon cannot warp the Golden Armada back to Aiur to defend himself. We must destroy his host body before it fully awakens. For the sake of our people, we cannot falter.
Your actions have not eluded my gaze, Artanis. Your plans are not hidden from me. And you are too late. Behold, the form of your god. The culmination of a cycle set into motion when the stars were born.
Wait, how big is this body exactly? Because it seems like it's huge, you know, like big, but I'm not entirely sure. Maybe it's just the camera work, but I'm kind of worried, you know, to see how the final version of this super hybrid is going to become like. Yeah.
As I was your beginning, so shall I be your end. Know the truth, Artanis. Your people, your beliefs, your color, everything. A lie. There is nothing left of you.
You are wrong. We are finally free to become something more, and you will not stop us. Brace yourself for the full might of the firstborn!
Okay guys, that's it with StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. All cutscenes, cinematics and edited gameplay done by Extitalis, Part 8. Yes, we have finally returned to Aiur. And we've, you know, destroyed the Psi Matrix. I'm not entirely sure still about what is it exactly. Is it a power source conduit that, you know, allows ships to warp into Aiur, or is it connected to the color, or is it doing both jobs, or, you know, what is it exactly? But yeah, the Spear of Adun has, you know, transported its special forces, if I can say that. Alarak, Midshok, Vorazon, Karax, Phoenix, and then finally Artanis with his forces, which also has an amalgamation of the Tal'Darim, the Nerazim, the Purifiers, you know, and his own Khalid Templar. All of them uniting together, fighting for Artanis, fighting for Aiur, fighting against Amon, and winning. And yeah, it's been really just hectic in terms of the battlescape from one point to the next, and then to the final one with Artanis having to not only fight against the Zerg but also his own people, and to top it all off, there's a psionic storm that's also approaching on the location that he's at. So yeah, it's just been crazy, really. And now Amon is taking this very, very personal. Busy calling Artanis a speck, you know, and saying that everything that he knows and everything that he is all just his own creation, and because it's his own creation, he can also destroy it, thus also destroying Artanis and his Protoss. And Artanis is, you know, putting up a brave face. He is standing up. He's saying, no, we'll not go quietly into the night. We are here to stay. and you will be defeated by the first ones. So yeah, Artanis has been really strong mentally and physically in this battles that he's fighting against Amon. But I'm still worried about that super hybrid body that's been created. I mean, I'm still wondering how big is that thing, because it looks like it's huge. So yeah, it's going to be, the final battle is really going to be something amazing to see. Fingers crossed that Exitalis wins. Fingers crossed that, you know, the Protoss are finally able to find peace soon, hopefully, if they can win against Amon. And yeah, let's just hope for the best. Yeah. Okay guys, I guess that's it for tonight. If you liked the video, remember to give me a like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Click on notification bell if you want to be up to date with my latest videos, and I will see you Friday. Yeah. Okay, bye bye.